This is Indonesia, a rapidly developing country which is home to a population of 240 million people and some of the largest areas of tropical forest found anywhere on Earth. Indonesia's challenge is to balance its economic development with the responsible management of its forests and environment.
Indonesia merupakan salah satu negara berkembang yang perlu pertumbuhan ekonomi. Keunggulan daya saing Indonesia hanya di dalam sumber daya alam, sehingga tidak mungkin Indonesia bersaing dengan negara maju dari sisi high-tech maupun dari sisi sumber daya manusia. Oleh karena itu, Indonesia bisa maju kalau membangun sumber daya alam.
Responsible development of forest industries by the public and private sectors has become a key pillar of Indonesian government policy. April, one of the world's leading pulp and paper producers, is one of the businesses licensed to establish renewable plantations on government land.
We are in business to meet the growing demand for fiber around the world. Our customers expect excellent products produced responsibly. We need to care for the people, and we want to be excellent in our mill operation by way of conducting continuous improvement. Sustainability, conservation, and community engagement that have to be the heart of that.
In what is seen as a contradiction by some, April's approach to plantation management sets aside vast areas as conservation zones. While about half its land concessions are used for plantations, another 40% is conserved or allocated for community enterprises and community use. In all, about 20% of the lands managed by April and its supply partners are protected as natural forest conservation areas for biodiversity and wildlife. That's about 200,000 hectares of natural forest in Riau province alone.
Dengan demikian, hutan tanaman yang dibangun di hutan-hutan alam, di samping meningkatkan ekonomi, juga menjaga hutan alam itu sendiri.
April rapidly replants all areas it harvests and plants a staggering 160 million trees each year. The alternative to this type of responsible land and forest management is stark. In Indonesia, illegal logging and slash-and-burn farming can lead to forest degradation without environmental checks and balances.
Overall, this issue of illegal logging is a difficult one to deal with. Our approach to responsible land management is part of the solution. I'm a forester and a scientist. I've been working here for 12 years with April on forestry issues. In that time, I've seen many times the sort of damage that illegal logging does. April's initiatives include, foremost, providing livelihood opportunities for these marginalised people so they don't depend on illegal activities. We also do aerial and ground surveillance, patrols, and report to the authorities. We make sure that our plantations buffer the natural forest area.
Fires are a major problem in this part of Indonesia. During annual dry periods, local farmers use unauthorised slash-and-burn methods to clear forest for conversion to agriculture. April has always adopted a no-burn policy for its operations, and combating fires on neighbouring lands is a key focus. In 2009, April initiated community-level teams known as Community Cares About Fire to help fight the problem.
Pembakaran hutan dan lahan menjadi hal biasa dalam masyarakat. Hal ini tidak baik bagi lingkungan dan tidak baik bagi masyarakat. Kami melakukan pelatihan bagaimana cara membuka lahan tanpa membakar, bagaimana melakukan pencegahan, bagaimana melakukan pelaporan, dan bagaimana memadamkan api dengan cepat.
Punggalang Kerinci in the Riau province of Sumatra is home to April's Kerinci Mill, one of the world's most high-tech and efficient pulp and paper mills. Here, April has adopted strict environmental management processes based on compliance with government regulations and international benchmarks.
The mill that we're standing in represents one of the most sophisticated and state-of-the-art pulp and paper factories in the world. We've invested billions in order to maximize productivity and efficiency, improve quality, and minimize our environmental impact.
The company's efforts include programs for the efficient use of power, steam, and water. April now produces over 75% of its energy needs from renewable biomass and feeds electricity back into the public power grid for use by local communities. Chemical residues from pulp and paper operations are recovered and reused or recycled as raw materials, and the amount of water used in the production process is being steadily reduced.
The mill is more than just a physical structure. It represents a center of excellence for our employees with expertise recruited from around the world to help train and build the capability here in Indonesia.
Prior to April's development of the forestry sector in Riau province, most people in the surrounding communities were rural villages and poverty levels were high. But with April's help, local people like Pak Yusar have developed their own businesses. His earth-moving firm now owns 10 excavators, and he provides a comfortable living for his family.
Sebelum April datang ke Pangkalan Kerinci, itu kehidupan masyarakat di sini kebanyakan petani, logging dan kebun. Setelah April masuk sini, alhamdulillah kehidupan masyarakat untuk desa sekitaran Pangkalan Kerinci ini alhamdulillah cukup banyak terbantu.
April has partnered with the community to improve living standards by building or funding places of worship, schools, medical facilities, community buildings and power generators. The company has created or repaired vital infrastructure in the communities close to its operations. Support of local education is a key thrust in April's community development program. The education program covers a multitude of initiatives, including scholarship grants, teacher support programs and educational infrastructure. April's healthcare initiatives reach out to remote and isolated villages, most of which are beyond the reach of government health services. Teams of doctors and medical staff and volunteer counterparts are mobilized to provide free medical services to community members. Over the last few years, direct free medical assistance has been provided to tens of thousands of individuals across more than 100 villages.
Dengan masuknya April ke wilayah ini, mudah-mudahan tingkat pendidikan masyarakat, tingkat kesehatan masyarakat itu sudah berkembang dengan baik dan pesat. Tentu ini menyangkut dengan keberadaan April di Pangkalan Kerinci ini pada khususnya.
This has been a journey of 18 years for us, and no doubt that the situation on the ground in Indonesia is complex. We are certainly not perfect. There's a lot more work to do to ensure we continue to drive a strong business, contributing to the community, and make positive difference compared to alternatives for the environment.
The Indonesian pulp and paper industry certainly has its detractors, but the story on the ground, at least from the people we've spoken to in Riau, seems far more complex and constructive than you first might think. The company is committed to playing an important role in ensuring Indonesia meets the challenge of balancing economic progress and social and environmental factors through sustainable forest management.